to the We Got Notes podcast hosted by your cinema connoisseurs. That includes myself, Shawn, that's Shawn Edwards, and my girl, Fahnia Thomas. Now, check this out. This is the only spot with two certified film critics in the building, offering uninhibited and jocular chats about film and television.
Hey, that's right, Shawn. Each month, we'll bring you stories from sets, tales from behind the scenes, and movie reviews, plus some TV thoughts from the latest releases. Because we got notes. So chill out, grab a snack, and vibe with us. And if you got notes, let us know. Drop them in the comments. We might read some. Welcome back to the We Got Notes podcast. Thank you for joining us for episode 11. Today, we are going to talk about and dissect and give you our notes on Back in Action.
I got 30 books full of notes.
Wait, does that mean that you have a lot of notes? Because I got about like 5.
No, I got a lot of notes.
Okay.
I got a lot of notes. I got a whole encyclopedia set of notes. Not only do I got notes, I'm mad.
Ooh, okay. Let me give y'all a synopsis real quick so we can get into what's going on. Okay, so this says, I like to read this.
And all you people about to hear this synopsis, please have a bottle of Advil close by because it will give you a headache.
Well, you know what's funny? There isn't even a synopsis. I'm lying. I couldn't find one. There is only a log line. Okay, there's that. And we have access to media sites. So yes. Here goes. Years after giving up life as CIA spies to start a family, Emily and Matt find themselves dragged back into the world of espionage when their cover is blown. There you go. See why I can never be an actress? So that's Back in Action. Shawn, why are you mad?
Oh, wow. Okay, let me preface it by saying this. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this movie, but there's absolutely everything wrong with this movie.
Okay.
Yeah. There's technically nothing wrong with this movie. It's mindless entertainment. It's a plot we've seen over and over and over again. It's clearly 2 stars, big stars that we know, that we love, that we like, that we root for on screen doing their thing. Apparently having a good time, but it's a waste of time. For so many reasons. But can I start with the one issue that just really
get it off your chest.
Okay, the movie stars Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx.
Heavy hitters.
Yes, heavy hitters. And from the start of this movie, we clearly know they are romantically involved. Like there's a flashback scene where he's like, I want you to be my wife. We flash forward. They already got the biracial kids, the house with the white picket fence, yada, yada, yada. But throughout the entire movie, they never kiss. They never hug. They never are even really in close proximity romantically of one another. And I hate when Hollywood does that. And I know why they did it.
Ooh, tell us.
Because when it comes to Black men, we are always not allowed to express ourselves romantically, in particularly with someone of another ethnicity. Like there are even scenes where there's like 3 or 4 scenes where they come close to kissing, but they never do because something always happens. There's some sort of joke that punctuates the stoppage of the interaction of being romantic. And this is calculated.
I agree with you. There was a moment where I was like, this is the most asexual couple. Yeah, but I guess when you're married, maybe that's what they were going for. You just unlocked a whole nother level of something I didn't even see.
Well, it's demeaning. And then you're also insinuating that we as an audience are clearly stupid. They have 2 kids. How'd they get the 2 kids?
That part.
They have 2 kids. So if you're going to portray a husband and a wife and 2 kids and this whole family thing, why are you doing these jokes where you clearly are stopping them from being intimate? Like they did it every time.
Yeah, it was very like bromance-y. And so do you think that one of them had like maybe a clause that said like we don't want to do any touching, kissing, hugging,
I,
sex scenes?
I don't know who had the clause. I don't know if Jamie Foxx had the clause or if Cameron Diaz had the clause or if Netflix had the clause. I don't know or if society has the clause. I don't know, but I don't like that. It's insulting and it's dumb and it's stupid and it goes back through the history of Hollywood where they've done this since day one,
Mm.
where the whole perception, particularly of black men on screen, is always done a certain way.
Is there another film that you can recall where this was done?
The one that immediately comes to mind is Will Smith in Hitch.
He was the coach, right? He was the dating coach.
It was the dating coach, right? Will Smith in Hitch. I clearly remember that.
Was that
Where,
Eva Longoria? Who was the it was a
no, Ava Mendez.
Eva Mendes.
John
Okay.
Boyega. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Remember, he's chasing the Daisy Ridley character all throughout the galaxy. And they clearly there's sexual tension and all this, but they won't let him come within 6 feet of her or no emotion is expressed between the two. It happens all the
Ooh.
time. It happens all the time. And this movie's guilty of it. It's a ugly trope that's existed for a lot of years.
And maybe that's why it's not a good film. I mean, amongst the other things, but let's just add that in there. Maybe if they did have a little bit more romance, there would have been more parts to the film to enjoy.
Well, yeah, that just annoyed me. So it distracted me from the rest. But I mean, this film was just, I mean, it's so cliched and it's so lazy and it's so predictable and it's so like nothing's plausible. It wasn't really that fun. It's just like, did you believe that Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz were ex spies for even a half a second?
No, the film for me, it's Glenn Close for me. Glenn Close is the best part of this film. The reason to watch this film, I think this film is mid. This is a film you turn on while you're doing laundry. You know, you're going to be, this is a, you're screening and scrolling. You're
So
not glued to the
you're calling
television.
So you're calling Back in Action a spin cycle classic.
I mean, that's kind of an insult to the word classic, but yeah, like
Oh, I,
listen,
I wish the Academy had an Oscar for MVP because Glenn Close has been the MVP in a couple of recent movies I've watched. Like she saved Lee Daniels' Deliverance, and she
Deliverance.
does save this. Like Glenn Close is like, I don't care what script you give me, I'm going to elevate it. I'm going to do my thing, and I'm going to show you why I should have multiple Oscars and why I am that woman. Because she is a true thespian. Because she can make the worst script great.
She is one of the reasons to watch this film.
They go and get their daughter. The daughter
Yes.
snuck out the house.
Yes, like that for me, I was, and that's kind of early on. So you're like, okay, I'm still dialed in, but did I have my phone in my hand? Was I scrolling? Yes, but the, like
Yeah, but
instantly I was like, "Ooh, I'm into this." Like I wish a child would club fight scene, cameras, baby, you know, mama bear energy comes out and they're fighting. I'm like, okay, like I can relate to that. And
okay,
then,
okay, I give you that. But I mean, Jamie Foxx is way too talented to be making movies like this so late in his career. He just,
yo, and
he
then
just,
he's a producer on it. Like,
I know. So he can't blame anybody for it. He's a part
no,
of
this
the
is
process.
no baby driver. Baby driver, like,
But no, I mean, seriously though, come on. Jamie Foxx is way too talented to be making movies like this. Jamie Foxx is probably like he may perhaps be one of the most gifted all around entertainers we've ever seen in the history of entertainment. I mean, he can act. He's won an
yes.
Oscar. Like he can do dramas. He can do comedies. He's funny. He can be a stand-up comedian and excel at it because he's funny. He knows how to deliver jokes. He can sing. You know, he's got Grammys and hits. He can play the piano. He can do a lot. He's like
And he's made the industry billions of dollars from his
he's
acting.
so
They
like
can
Jamie Foxx.
act.
he's too Jamie Foxx is too talented and he's got too much power. Like if you want to be an executive producer, there are a lot of young, hungry black filmmakers out here looking for an opportunity. Like, produce something, one of those, something of substance, something better than this. Like this, he's too big in the game. Like he's too talented to lend himself to. I mean, come on, this was hot garbage. Like, come on, like come
I mean,
on.
you're right. I think that's the only reason why, at least on my Netflix algorithm, it's top 10. I think that's the only reason why is because these two known names are attached to it. Other than that, like,
Well, it's throwaway. It's no people are going to watch. Like, there's no debating that millions of people are going to watch because it's throwaway entertainment. It requires no thinking. It doesn't like produce any emotion. You watch because you're bored and you glide through it because it's easy. It's not controversial. It's not offensive. But I mean, it's clearly not what I would call cinema.
no.
It's just paint by the numbers. Like, yo, let's get the check. Let's get this thing on the streamer and call it a day type thing. But Jamie Foxx is not that. He's too talented to be doing that. And they made a big deal about Cameron Diaz hasn't done anything in 11 years. Well, she should have made it 12.
Ooh.
Because like why? Like this, it's this why? Like I don't know. I mean,
no, yeah, this is I think the last film that she did was Annie in 2014 with both of them together. So this is not, you don't want to come back in action like this.
No, I mean, and I like Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz can be good as well. It's just and the two of them they do have, and that's what frustrated me so much. The two of them do have chemistry. Can we not do something better with this? With that, like they do. They work well together, and I like watching both of them. I like both of them. I like Cameron Diaz. I like Jamie Foxx. I don't like them in this movie. It was a lot of it was just it's so lazy and then it was so
It's
insulting and then it's so unmemorable. I applaud you for remembering specific scenes because as soon as the movie was over, it completely evaporated from my head. It was nothing. Look, there was nothing original. There's nothing creative. There was nothing fun. There was nothing exciting. It was just like
so
yo,
then it's the
what is
script's fault,
this?
or is it the actor's fault that this is
It's
just a mid film?
it's everybody involved's fault. Like
Mm.
it's the script's like, yo, are you kidding? If you went to film school and turned that script in, you would probably get a D. Like it's just like
Just
no,
throw the whole thing away. Start all
I'm
over.
serious. And then it's the actor's fault. And then, Jamie Foxx produced it. So he's, involved from day one. It's everybody's fault. I mean, but any movie it's hard to make, but you gotta wonder, like, how do you make a movie this bad, this bland? Like it's head scratching to me. That both you and I, we watch a lot of movies every year. And I will tell you by the end of 2025, I won't remember this movie at all.
Cameron should have been like, no, let me have Shrek 5 come out first. Like, don't let this be the first film. I haven't been around in a decade. Something
Yeah,
else.
and I'm tired of the we used to be in the espionage game. Now we're trying to live a normal life, but we getting pulled back in storyline. I mean, how many times have we seen that? It's just not even plot. I mean, stop.
But here's the
There's
thing,
just
you can
there's
do
so
that,
many other
but do it
stories to
well.
tell.
Like,
Well, that's
I don't
true.
know,
You can do it
maybe
well.
parents will get into it. There were a few scenes that resonated because, like, I'm gonna spy and pry and snoop on my kid. I'm like,
Yeah,
hands
but we've
down,
seen
you're
it.
my business. So maybe that, but I don't,
I
I
I
don't, I'm
I
trying, I'm
get if
like,
you
I'm trying to help them.
you out here trying. I see you reaching to be nice, and I feel you on that, and I commend you on that. I can't reach to be nice. Like I said, this movie was hot garbage. Like I don't even I don't understand. I just understand, and I'm so angry because Jamie Foxx is so dope. Like that's my dude. That's my guy. Like if you had an actor's draft, like he's the number one draft pick, but
Oh,
no,
hands down. And that's the thing. Like, we know they can act. We know that they can do comedy. I don't know if action is really like that tight in their wheelhouse. Maybe they need to just keep
No,
practicing.
he was great in Collateral with Tom Cruise. It's the
I,
material.
he was
It's
better in Baby Driver. I feel
yeah,
like
that
Collateral had
too.
more
That
drama than
too.
action. And I know Cameron did, was it Night and Day with Tom Cruise?
That movie was yeah. They made a big deal about her coming back after 11 years. I'm like, okay. And then Jamie Foxx, I think this was the film he was working on when he ran into his medical ordeal. So I'm just glad he's back and got it finished. But like in terms of a film overall, this was a very unpleasant experience.
So you don't think there should be a part two? Because I was like, well, who would play
Huh?
his dad?
A part one? No, no, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. If they do make a part two, we're going to immediately put it on the bottom shelf in the back of the Blockbuster. And Blockbusters don't exist anymore. So you know what I'm saying. Nope. We
Listen, I
don't.
hear you.
No. We don't need to see any more of that. It probably will happen, but I don't see any. It's a waste of time. I mean, there's a lot of stories that they be told that Jamie Foxx can put his power behind to get them to the big screen. Like let's do that. Let's come together and tell some better stories. Now, I mean,
Oh,
this
I would rather see him do something with Wanda. Did you? I don't know if you caught it when they were doing the car karaoke. His face kind of turned up and Wanda popped out for a little bit.
yeah,
Like,
they've been
let's
talking about
explore
doing it.
that.
Yeah, they've been talking about doing the Wanda Shanae movie for a long time. I think they even made a faux trailer at some point. I remember that popping up on social media at one point. I don't know if I want to see that either, because like the same issue I have with black men not allowed to fully be sexual and romantic, on screen. I'm tired of black men in dresses too.
Oh, that is a
I
very hot topic that we will
yeah, I can't.
definitely have a whole episode
Yeah,
on.
yeah, I can't. Yeah, the black men in dresses, yo. Like, I get it. I mean, hell, Tyler Perry was able to build an entire empire because of it. But
So wait,
damn,
so Shawn, how come black men can't also be love interests? How come black men can also wear dresses? Like, why can't they have it all?
well, they can if things are balanced, but there's such an imbalance. Like the things that are celebrated, when it comes to black men on screen, it's troublesome. I mean, even when you look at the Academy Awards, I mean, you like, yo, you give Denzel an Oscar for Training Day, but he doesn't get an Oscar for playing Malcolm X or playing Stephen Biko or playing the Hurricane. Like there's a lot. I mean, when you start to peel back the layers on, how black men are perceived and what we are rewarded for doing on screen, it's like it becomes ugly really quick.
Okay. We're gonna put a pin in that because I feel like that's a whole episode
It is.
that
It
we
is.
need to discuss
No,
and dissect.
I'm not trying to be that political or whatever. Because I mean, I like having fun talking about movies, but this when it comes to back in action, that really bothered me. It just really bothered me. I'm like, they're married, they have kids. Like, come on, y'all.
And that's a fair point. And I don't think that's discussed enough.
It's not. It was. I as a viewer was immediately insulted by that.
Okay, so then on that note, how many claps are you giving back in action?
I'll clap once because I do like Jamie Foxx. I do like Cameron Diaz. I cannot lie. I have to admit they did have chemistry on screen. It was just misused.
Ooh, I feel like their chemistry was like awkward at some points and just I don't know. I was uncomfortable at some points with
Wow.
them.
That means it's not good. See, because I'm angry. You were uncomfortable. It's like,
Yeah, just you know what? Do part two with Glenn. Like, let's have more Glenn Close. So
no, let's
I'm
just
gonna
go on
also
and
give
get
it
Glenn her own movie so she can win her damn Oscar. Like, how does Glenn Close not have? I'm so sick of this. How does Glenn Close not have an Oscar? I'm so tired. I'm so sick and tired of the Oscars. I'm not even gonna watch this year. How does Glenn Close not have an Oscar, but Emma Stone got two?
ooh, I'm gonna get
Like seriously, how Glenn Close ain't got no Oscar, and y'all about to give Adrian Brody two?
the
How Glenn Close ain't got no
disrespect.
Oscar? And like for real, how is Glenn Close not have an Oscar? That's not a racial thing because Glenn Close white.
She deserves.
Y'all really gonna let this lady die without no Oscar? That's a damn shame. How Glenn Close ain't got no Oscar? I don't like. I don't understand. Like I got eyes. I can see. Like, she ain't got no Oscar. I mean, anyway, Back in Action, one clap.
I'm
Because
gonna
of
give
Glenn
it.
Close, Jamie Foxx, and Cameron Diaz. I like all three of them. One clap, one clap. It gets a clap. I mean, I'm being nice. It gets a clap. That's my early Christmas gift of 2025. One
Because of
clap.
Glenn, Jamie, Cameron. And
Yeah.
again, sometimes you just need some background noise, while you're doing the dishes. I'm going to give it 2 claps.
Spin cycle classic, man. Spin cycle classic. That's what it is. I mean, and Jamie Foxx is my guy. Hey, Jamie, if you watching, if you listening, I know you listen to a lot of podcasts, bro. I love you to death. You my main man. You my dude, man. And ride or die forever. But man, we got to do better.
I mean, yes, we are Jamie Foxx stans, but we can also recognize when sometimes the art isn't arty.
Oh no. Don't even use the word art with this movie. That was not this movie was a business transaction. Straight business transaction. I hope all them checks cleared. Business transaction. Jamie and Cameron got the check, and Netflix got the views. Well, this was what you call a cinematic business transaction, but it ain't art. All right, as you can see, we always got notes, and we have lots of notes, but we appreciate y'all for chilling with us, sticking with us, and if you got notes, let us know, and check back in next week for our notes on all, and I mean all, the latest releases.
Don't forget to subscribe and like the We Got Notes podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you listen to podcasts.